What's up, Mavericks? If you're a small business owner, you already know credit card processing fees eat into your profits. 2, 3, sometimes even 4% of every sale gone. Most people think the only way to cut costs is to switch providers, but here's the good news. You can often save hundreds, even thousands of dollars every year without leaving your current processor. I've been in the payment space for over 15 years, and I've seen business owners make big savings by following the right steps. So in this video, I'll break down 5 ways to reduce your credit card processing costs without switching providers. The first and most important step is figuring out what you're actually paying and then renegotiating with your provider. Don't just go by what your processor says your rates are. What matters is your effective rate, and your effective rate is your total processing fees divided by your total sales volume. That number tells you the real percentage that you're paying every month. For example, if you processed $10,000 in sales last month and paid $300 in fees, your effective rate is 3%. That's your true cost of acceptance. And here's a quick benchmark. Retail and restaurant businesses should usually be in the 2 to 3% range. E-commerce businesses are typically 2.5 to 3.5%, and service businesses should be 2 to 2.5%. If your effective rate is higher than that, it may be time to renegotiate with your processor. And while you're at it, you're going to want to check what pricing model you're on. Interchange plus pricing is the most transparent and usually the cheapest for growing businesses. Flat rate pricing is simple, predictable, but can cost more as your volume increases. With membership pricing, you pay wholesale interchange rates plus a flat monthly membership fee, great for higher volume businesses since the processor's margin doesn't grow with your sales. And lastly, you want to avoid tiered pricing, which can hide costs and get expensive. Now, if you want to learn more about effective rates and pricing models, I put some links in our description that will help you get there. And if all of this feels overwhelming, there are consulting services that will audit your statements, calculate your effective rate, and negotiate with your processor to lower costs, all without switching providers. I've gone ahead and linked to a couple of reputable options in our description if you want to go that route. So once you've locked in better rates, the next step is to optimize how transactions are processed. Why? Because not all transactions are priced equally. First up, you want to use address verification, AVS. For online payments, AVS helps reduce fraud and can qualify you for lower fees. Next, you'll want to encourage card-present transactions. Swiping, dipping, or tapping cards costs less than manually keying them in. And lastly, batch out daily. Always close your batches every day. If you don't, some transactions may downgrade to higher cost categories. Now, these tweaks might sound small, but they do add up month after month. Another cost driver most business owners overlook are chargebacks and fraud flags. If your processor sees a lot of disputes or risky looking transactions, they may bump you into higher risk pricing, which means higher fees. To avoid that, always use clear billing descriptors so your customers recognize the charges on their statements. Ship products quickly and provide tracking. Respond promptly to disputes. And for online sales, enable tools like CVV checks or 3D Secure. The fewer chargebacks you have, the better your rates and the lower your risk of penalties. Not all credit cards cost you the same to accept. Rewards cards and business credit cards carry higher interchange fees, and you can save by nudging customers towards cheaper options. Debit cards usually carry lower fees than premium credit cards, and if allowed in your state, you can offer cash discounts or even apply a credit card surcharge up to 4% depending on the rules. And even subtle changes like training your staff to ask debit or credit at the counter can lower your overall costs. Finally, make sure your tech and processes aren't holding you back. Outdated terminals and gateways can actually increase costs, so switching to EMV and contactless ready devices not only improves security, but it can also lower your fees. And don't treat this as a one-time project. Monitor your statements regularly, or better yet, have a service audit them for you. That way you don't slip back into higher costs over time. And remember, there are services that specialize in ongoing monitoring, making sure you keep the savings you negotiate today. And for our takeaway, reducing processing costs isn't just about switching providers. Start by figuring out your effective rate, renegotiating your deal, and moving on to a more transparent pricing model. Then optimize how you process transactions, reduce chargebacks, encourage lower cost payment methods, and make sure your tech and monitoring are up to date. And if you don't want to take this on yourself, again, there are consulting services that will review your statements, negotiate directly with your provider, and monitor your account to make sure the savings stick. I've linked those options in our description. Thanks for watching, Mavericks. Keep an eye on those statements, and I'll see you in the next video.